Okay, if you ever sat down to create some art and you sit and you go, oh, I have no idea what I'm doing. So one thing that you can do that will get you started is to think about your favorite color. All right, so my color, I love blue, one of my favorites. So I go around and I find a bunch of supplies that I love in my favorite color. What I want to do is sort of get started. I don't want to think too hard about it. So I'm just going to grab a pencil. This is a watercolor pencil. And I am just gonna start making some lines with this pencil. I'm not really thinking about it. All I wanna do is sort of get that creative, flow happening. And this is a great warm-up exercise. So just have fun. So these are just some marks, lots of scribbles. And then grab a different supply. So this is a little oil pastel. That's so beautiful. So I'm just gonna make some marks. I'm gonna see where this takes me. I have a few different markers. I could just go and color in some of these shapes that I've started. All I'm doing is letting go of what this should look like and not get too bogged down with my colors. I'm really just gonna use my blues, have fun with different supplies. And while I'm doing this, maybe I'm thinking about what I like, what I don't like, what art supply is fun right now, and maybe I go off and do something else with those. I have some Neos here too. And then some of your supplies could be waterproof, and some of those could be water soluble. So you can take your paintbrush and some water, especially over these Neos, and see what you come up with. You could do this whole thing in about 5 or 10 minutes. And then when you're done with it, I guarantee you, you're gonna feel more creative to do the next thing. It's great to have these little art journals. It also could be that you haven't used a certain supply in a long time and you're curious about it. You're like, oh, those are fun to work with. Like, I hardly ever use these pastels, but they are really fun. Okay, so I spent more than 10 minutes, but I was having so much fun. I love building up the texture of the oil pastels, playing around with the Neos, using a lot of marker. But then one thing I love to do too is go and find, when you're finished, the area that you love the most. And I think I love that one the most.